Hello, hello, welcome back to Creative Frenzy. I'm using up some scraps and some things I've had laying around my desk for the last little while. And I want to start filling, or at least start making things for my junk journal that I created out of a placemat. The cover I made out of a placemat, and then I am going to, over the next bunch of videos, hopefully create a bunch of ephemera and different things to put in these journals. So there are 4 signatures. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was thinking I could use some of the scrap paper that I have left over from this and just see what we can make. All right, I hope you're doing the same. Double check my video on how to make this cover and play along with me. Let's have some fun, shall we? Only because, you know, I have all this stuff laying around and we might as well make something with it. So the paper pack, it's from Michaels. It is the, hang on, let me see, the Happy Spring one. Yes, I know it's almost Christmas. It's okay. We can do it anytime we like. It does not have to be one holiday over the other. I just really love the colors in this, and that's what I wanted to use in this junk journal that I'm creating. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using happy colors, and I have a bunch of scrap pieces of paper left over, so I thought it'd be fun to just create some things with it. So I'm just going to pull out these pieces that I have left over, and hopefully we can use some of that up today. Alrighty. I'm going to set that aside. What else am I going to use? So the idea is to create a few things. So I've done some circles because I wanted to create like a little ephemera pocket, circle size, circle shape. And I just wanted to fill it up with some of these little things. What I'll be doing is I'll be making 4 of these because I have 4 signatures. So then I can just put them into my junk journal, and I can use them as little or as however much I want. So the idea is to use up scrap pieces, so that's what I'm doing. So the pocket is simple enough. What I've used here is, well, you could use the paper itself if that's what you wanted. I cut a bunch of circles out of the Jot recipe cards from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just storing them in an old Body Shop lotion container because they just fit nicely. So if you didn't want to put it into your junk journal yet, something like this already has a little container. You're already cut to the size, so you don't have to worry about it. But this one has a little paper clip attached, so it's easy enough to attach it into the junk journal. So basically we're using up scraps. Oh, and the other thing, what was it? Where is it? This is a very thin wax paper, but it is from Dollarama. It is this right here. Freezer safe, it's non-stick, you know, they're just wax paper squares, but it's thinner than regular wax paper. What I like about this, they're already in squares, so it's a little bit easier to handle. Sometimes when you get it off the roll, it curls too much. These don't really curl. So the idea is to create the pocket out of this. I did sew this on. You could glue it if you wanted to. I thought sewing would be kind of cute, and then I just used some leftover bits of pieces here and there. So that's what I'm doing. Like I said, I hope you play along and see what you come up with. Okay, now, sometimes, you know, you have bits of paper left over. I wanted to create a little journal for in here, so that's what I'm going to do. You can do the little pull-out one. I've done that before with a different junk journal piece. So if you wanted to do it more traditional style, you absolutely could. It does not create, it's very simple to create because you just fold it and fold it. If you didn't want to do it that way and you want it to more like a journal style, and I kind of like the rough edges, so we're just going to do this way. And then we're going to put it into each other like this. And then we can just staple it. You could use the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. You could staple it. You could use just a paper clip. Whatever you decide to do. It's all about just having fun and trying different things and using up scraps. So I think in this case we'll do the stapler. So, and I will show you how I made this. I mean, most of us, you know how to do this. But if you are new to this kind of crafty fun, then by all means, check out all these different videos that I've got on junk journals, and try some different techniques that are out there. So a bit easier to handle. These staples, I'm telling you, they are like super duper staples, I swear. So this video is going to be up a little bit later, unfortunately, only because I was busy on the weekend and I had no more videos in the bank, so to speak. So I'm creating this one a little bit later in the day and just having fun and seeing what I can make with scraps. So this is the basic premise, and it's just scrap pieces left over, but it's a cute little thing that you can put in there. And it doesn't fit all the way to the bottom, which is okay because you want it sticking out at the top. So this one I made into a little banner. You could put a hole punch, and you know what? Let's do that. Let's see. So I have these little hole reinforcements. So I think that'd be kind of cute. Because then these little, the little flags can just be used wherever. But they're fun to use. Oh, the glue gonna come out? Come on. Out and play. It does finish it off a little bit, and then it gives you a place to put ribbon if you want to, or if you want to tie string onto it. I did not remember to ink the back side of it, but I can do that now. So what I like about this, besides the fact that you get to use up scraps, is that, no matter what paper pad you use, whether it's Christmas or Easter or whatever you choose, it's just fun to create with scraps because you never, I don't want to waste paper and just create for the, sake of getting rid of things. It's just for fun to be able to create something from nothing, basically. So that is what I am doing. So this way, it still goes with my paper theme, but I'm sort of, introducing more junk journal style. So this is the, hold on, yeah, this is the one. I mean, I could clip it onto here, and that's fine, but I like the idea of being able to mix it in my journal. So you can clip it onto anywhere. Right? And then you can use it as is. You could potentially put another pocket on here and then clip that onto the pocket. But now I have one of these already made. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to assemble my whole junk journal right away. What I want to do is I want to make a bunch of ephemera, then put it in there, and then start using it, kind of thing. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, good. So, let's make another one. Okay, let me just show you this little cute little notebook. So what because I did, you know, I did some cutouts and whatnot else, and I had some pieces left over. Let's see. Maybe we'll do one in this gingham. All right. It's just a question of sizing up your... So all I'm doing is making sure I'm as straight as I possibly can. And I want my square near the top, obviously, from whatever reason. All right. And then all you're going to do is go like this. So try to make it as even as possible. It does not have to be perfect. If you want to make it perfect, you absolutely could. I'm not about perfection, so... But I like these for just little notebooks inside your junk journal. And this wax paper is excellent for this. Where did I put it? There it is. So I'm just creating a little window. Oops. A bit smaller. So I hope everyone is ready for Christmas. If you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, you know, I hope you have, you know, a good time with family and friends, and just having fun creating in the studio. What I like about this time of year, the snow at night is absolutely gorgeous. And then people have, you know, some people have a lot of Christmas decor outside, you know, all the Christmas lights and everything. And it's really nice to walk at night and just, you know, enjoy the smell of somebody burning, you know, the fireplace burning and things like that, and just having fun. Going for a walk and just creating this whole atmosphere of joy, and I don't know, just the festive time is really half the fun of it. Okay, so we could go really bright or we could go light. It doesn't matter. It all depends. But what I like about this is that you can just sort of create as you go. So I have a lot of labels made ahead of time. I just create them out of the margins of old book pages because they have the best kind of paper. So anytime you have, like, you know, old book pages, this part, sometimes the margins are a lot bigger, and that's where I stamp my label stamp, and then I cut them out. And I just sit down and do a bunch of them at a time and just enjoy the process. All right, and then these stickers I get from AliExpress, and there's so many beautiful ones. They have them at the dollar store also. They're a different style. They're more of the photographic instead of the, you know, the sticker style, the more traditional one. So let me see if I can show you. Hang on. So they're more like this, the more the real flower type thing. So I got those at the dollar store not that long ago. They might still have them actually. So the window just provides something for the background, so in case you wanted to have something a little bit different. It's a lot of fun to create. Stickers and I are not always on the best of terms, unfortunately. I don't know what it is. I mean, my nails are long enough. You'd think it'd be easier. But there we go. All right. So in this way, it's not going to stick to the background or the card in the inside. You could go over the edge a little bit and then just trim it. Or you could just go all the way over top. You could do the label the other way around. I kind of like it in the background and have the flowers sticking out. But there you go. Easy peasy. You could round the corners of this. That'd be cute. You could leave it as a little card and make an envelope for it if you wanted to. That'd be cute too. Let's do the back of this, shall we? But then when you go to create your little ephemera pocket, you can just create a little matching set kind of thing. You know, you're creating this whole suite of papers because they're already pretty much done for you. So it's nice to be able to just do different things. If you didn't want to create a little booklet for in here, you could do a little tearaway pad or something like that. That'd be cute too. You know, you could do it any which way you like. But the idea is to just sort of create from scraps. All right. So here we have a couple of things. This could be used as a page tab, or you know, you could attach a paper clip to it and set it onto the top of the page. You could do a bunch of different things, whatever you felt like doing. But let's create another pocket. So I have been using, you know, my sales check paper, which, you know, you could do it the right way up, upside down, whatever. I did not use a paper punch for this one, only because I don't have a huge one, rather. You know, my paper punch is quite a bit smaller, but that's okay. I do have one of those Fiskars circle cutter thingies, but yeah, it's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. This one I did by hand. I just really just wanted to have fun with it. There we go. You could add more. You could have less. You could use your gel prints. You could use scrapbook paper. You could paint. You could stamp. So many different things. But it depends, right? So sometimes when we create these things, we sort of have a theme in mind. And that's what I like about doing like these kinds of well, I'm not mass making because I'm not selling, but you know, I'm making 4 of a kind because I want them all in the same book or in the same junk journal. But you know, if you were mass making these and you had a bunch of themes that you wanted to explore, this is the perfect time to do it because you can just sort of create on a small scale and just have fun doing so. All right. Now, if you're reading some of this and it's offensive, you know, you can obviously cover it up with something else. I don't think anything on here is offensive. No, it's fine. We're good. All right. We need another pocket. Oh my goodness. Here we go. So again, I said you could glue this on or you could sew it. It all depends on what you felt. Now, I do recommend you sewing it on first and then trimming it if you're going to sew it and not glue it, because then it'll be a little bit easier. In this case, I am going to glue some of it on because, you know, I'm not going to take this to the sewing machine right now. I could absolutely do it later on once this has dried if I wanted to. But here it's the same principle. You just lay it on there and then you can trim it afterwards. It'd be a lot easier instead of trying to trace it and whatnot else. It just makes it a little bit simpler to trim. Where did I put? Oh, there. See what I mean? But it's simple enough to just trim it after you've glued it. There we go. It's okay to have a little bit over the edge. I mean, you don't have to be overly specific. Now, I did use lace here. If you wanted to keep the theme all the way throughout, you absolutely could. We could do some colored lace. Let me see what I can find here. There we go. So, some colored lace here. A piece of trim. Yeah, there we go. It's not really colored, is it? All right, here. Ooh, some pretty blue. Fabric glue is your best friend. It works nicely with this type of material. I just get mine at Dollar Tree. It's the Crafter Square. It works really well for this, which is nice. Now, I like that you can curve it if you want to, or you can have it straight across. Make sure you don't glue down your wax paper, because that would defeat the purpose of making a pocket. All right, so let's see. Now this, yeah, it will dry clear. It'll just have this kind of weird texture to it, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I do have varying sizes of these labels, which is cute. I think I will. Being on wax paper, it does slide a little bit, so you can move it over, so you can try different things. So if you wanted to, let's see what we got here. Should we do butterfly on this one? Let's see. This one's a bit brighter. So if you wanted to, you absolutely could. It does not have to be, you know, all neutral. You can go bright, just mix it up a bit. I'll just get some of this glue, it's fine. It dries quickly enough. Let's see, we have our little tiny journal. What do we want to put on this? Do I have any more scrap paper? I think I do. So let's say we don't want to create a little journal for this one. We just want to do some scrap paper. So we can do that. So all we're going to do is we are going to tear, because it looks pretty. And they all have to be the same size. It's just supposed to be a little tear away. Now, they're going to be a little bit longer. That's okay, because we can tear that too. I'll just grab our stapler. Alright, and then we can just go like this. There, Easy. Done and done. There we go. Put that in our little pocket. You can add paper clip to that later on if you were to use it in your junk journal. Yeah, absolutely. Could do that. Let's see, what else do I want to put in there? So I have all these lovely little roses. So I might just put one of those in there. It's kind of a pink and rose theme. Let's see, what else do we have left over? It's the gingham, right? So what we could do is we could do another flag. Got a nice chunky one. Yeah. I'll do the same thing. And because I have this one out. There we go. We'll do the same to the other side. So again, if you wanted to do this with Christmas papers, you absolutely could. If you were making like a Christmas junk journal, by all means, have fun using up your scraps and creating something that you can just sort of tuck away. And if you make a bunch of these blanks ahead of time, it'll be easy to just do a bunch of them at the same time, and then you can have fun with it. So again, this one has a paper clip. This one doesn't. You don't have to do the slit if you don't want to. You could just do the paper clip on afterwards, because you can add ribbon to it. You could do a bunch of different things, but then you can just do it that way if you wanted to. But that way you're not searching for one later on when you go to put it in the junk journal. So now I have two already made. That's kind of cute. I like that. And I'm just using the scraps that, you know, I already have in the signatures. So I'm just going to see what else I can make with it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.